We welcome you to Hope Field, proud home of the Gardiner Tigers, as Munson Media Sports brings you high school lacrosse. Rival game tonight as the Cony Rams are in to take on the Gardiner Tigers. Hello, I'm Rob Munson. Jeremy Bullock joining me here. Bill Hasty up on our cover cam. Owen Munson doing our production. And down on the field shortly will be Chris Wheeler as we bring you the festivities from down on the field. Let's go and see if we can come into the PA system.
Before we get started with the Gardiner seniors, we would like to take a moment to recognize the senior from Cony. Number 9, Zach Waddell. Each year during our final home game, Gardiner Tiger Athletics takes a moment to honor our senior athletes and their families. We believe it is essential to formally acknowledge the dedication and commitment these students have demonstrated throughout their high school athletic careers. We extend our sincere gratitude to Cony for graciously allowing us the opportunity to recognize our seniors during this special occasion. Over the past 4 years, these families have made invaluable contributions, including traveling hundreds of miles to support their children's athletic pursuits, hosting team dinners, assisting with team fundraising, and devoting countless hours attending practices and games. For all of these efforts, we offer our heartfelt thanks. To our senior athletes, this event marks your final opportunity to compete on behalf of Gardiner Area High School. More importantly, it provides us a moment to express our deepest appreciation. Thank you for your dedication, perseverance, and commitment as members of the Gardiner Tiger Athletics family. Today, we proudly honor and recognize the following seniors from the class of 2025. The first senior we'd like to recognize is Zeke Ramsey. Zeke is a first-year member of the boys lacrosse program here at Gardiner. Zeke would like to thank his family, friends, and teammates. Zeke's favorite memory as a Gardiner Tiger was the time our boys basketball team beat Cony on their senior night. Zeke has plans to work in construction and real estate after high school. Zeke is joined tonight by his mom and grandma. The next senior we'd like to recognize is Koopman Bucketbeckoff. Koopman is a first-year member of the boys lacrosse program here at Gardiner. Koopman would like to thank his coaches and his teammates for being so nice to him and helping him every time he needed it. He also wants to thank his host family for giving him the opportunity to play lacrosse. Koopman's favorite memory as a Gardiner Tiger was getting to the goalie after a win. Koopman has plans to come back to the United States after high school to attend college. Koopman is joined tonight by his host mom, host dad, host sister, and host brother. The next senior we'd like to recognize is Anthony Boyce. Anthony is a 2-year member of the boys lacrosse program here at Gardiner. Anthony would like to thank his mom, dad, and brother for supporting him. Anthony's favorite memory as a Gardiner Tiger was learning how to play lacrosse. Anthony has plans to attend the University of Buffalo after high school to study psychology. Anthony is joined tonight by his mom, Amanda, dad, Michael, and brother, Isaac. The final senior we'd like to recognize tonight is Chase Canaris. Chase is a 3-year member of the boys lacrosse program here at Gardiner. Chase would like to thank his family, Coach Johnson, Coach Prince, and all of his teammates over the past 3 years. Chase's favorite memory as a Gardiner Tiger was having a good time with the team on the bus before and after the games. Chase has plans to attend Southern Maine Community College after high school to play soccer, and he is undecided on a field of study. Chase is joined tonight by his mom, sisters, niece, and nephew. Once again, thank you very much to all of our seniors, and good luck to you in whatever path you choose. Let's have a great game, and good luck.
Well, congratulations to the seniors recognized. We want to thank our friends at the Gardiner Tigers All Sports Boosters as they are our pregame halftime sponsors here, as they have been all season long doing great things. They will be awarding their scholarship coming up here shortly here. I believe it's on Class Day that they do that. Class Day will be a week from tomorrow on Thursday morning, 7:45. You can watch that live on Munzing Media, as well as graduation, 5 p.m. start on Saturday, the 14th, from the Augusta Civic Center. We'll have both of those here for you. Well, we'll take a quick break. We want to let you know, as we get set to go here, that this will be our final regular season game of the season, and we have no idea about anything going on with playoffs right at this time. So we'll have to stay tuned on that. It'll all depend. Sometimes they schedule these games when we have other activities going on and all of that. So we'll take a quick break. Chris will get back upstairs here, and we'll come back after this.
When you need top quality aggregate, you need McGee Construction. From gravel, sand, and crushed stone to specialty materials, McGee Construction has supplied Maine's contractors and homeowners for over 35 years. No project is too big or too small. Whether you're building a driveway, a home, a highway, we've got the materials you need delivered on time every time. For reliable service, expert advice, and high-quality aggregate, trust McGee Construction. Built on trust, driven by quality. Elliott Office Products is a family-owned business that has been around since 1985. Grampy Charlie started the business as a service technician, and it has evolved into a full-servicing printing company. From simple copies to full logo design, we offer it all under one roof. Located in Farmingdale, Maine, we are at the heart of many different communities. We love assisting new and existing customers with any of their printing needs. Stop by, call, email, or send us a message on Facebook. We would love to help.
Pick up the starters being introduced.
And number 4, Zeke Ramsey.
So seniors getting the start here, joined here by Jeremy Bullock. Bull, the Tigers come into this one, and number 9, looking to jump up maybe into 8 and get a home prelim game. They come in at 6 and 7. The Cony Rams under Coach Kyle Dennett, they come in at 3 and 9. And they're pretty much locked into their spot down the bottom third of the heel points. But Tigers could climb up a little bit, get a home prelim game if they get that number 8 spot. They're pretty close. They're within a couple hundred points there, be able to do that. So there's a goal here tonight, as well as the rival game.
Yeah, I mean, you never want to lose to the Cony Rams in anything if you're a Gardiner Tiger, but this game is definitely crucial. It'll help us with our playoff position a little bit. You know, we kind of had a couple games that we just didn't play our best. We probably should have come out on top and didn't, so it put us a little bit behind the 8 ball coming into this one. So this would be a really great win to pick up to end the regular season.
Well, you see the team's starters have been announced. They're getting set to go here. We'll play 4-12s. And this will be our second boys lacrosse game of the season and our fourth overall, as we did 2 girls games as well, did the senior girls. Cony Rams in their red shirts and white numerals, Tigers in white and orange numbers for them here tonight on senior night. And as we often see on senior nights, Coach Casey Johnson is starting his senior class.
Yeah, not a real big senior class this year. I mean, Coach, every time senior night's always a little bit bittersweet, but in the spring it's just a little bit different because you're 2 weeks away from graduation. Yeah. This really is kind of the last hurrah. I mean, of course we got playoffs coming up, of course, but yeah, senior night in the spring, it's just a little bit different than the others.
So underway here, Rams will control off the face-off. Sandra Smith had it. These two teams only meeting the one time this year. And it's the final home game of the regular season. And is this the final game as well? Tigers?
Yeah,
this will be the 14th game. I think Rams might have one maybe to make up, but you got to get those done so they can get the playoff preliminaries scheduled and go from there.
Yeah, I think playoffs are supposed to commence on Tuesday, this coming Tuesday, if I'm not mistaken.
Coach Johnson on the officials right out of the gate. Now we're going to get another quick whistle here. And the officials coming over and maybe to say, hey, Case, let's calm down here a little bit. But nothing infuriates a coach more than an official from 4,000 feet away making a call when there's an official standing right next door. You know what I mean? That infuriates coaches.
Yeah, it can be. That's for sure.
So we're back underway. Zach Waddell for the Rams. Going to throw it out back. Kyle Olsen surveying the scene. Tigers looking to mark up. That came back to Waddell. Pretty well defended. Missed possession here, trying to save the possession, Connor Callahan, and he does. Callahan will come in, lay it off, and I don't know if McGrain got a piece of that or not. Tigers pretty good defense there as they'll try to clear the zone. That was a good run down the side. Tigers contend. That's Braden Elliott, number 7. He'll scoop and set. He's got Logan Cody. Logan, one of the good attack guys. Who else should we look for? Bull on the attack here today for the Tigers.
We spread our scoring out pretty good. Logan and Braden Elliott definitely do the lion's share for the Tigers most of the time. But every guy out there, I mean, you got Chadwick, Remy. All the offensive middies have definitely been on the board a lot this year. So.
Cony will take a quick timeout. That'll give us a chance to take the timeout as well. You're watching high school lacrosse on Munzing Media Sports.
For years, you've worked hard, saved wisely, and dreamed of this moment. Retirement is one of life's biggest decisions. You don't have to navigate it alone. With Gosline Retirement Planning by your side, you can retire with confidence. We're a team of fiduciaries who specialize in the transition from work life to retirement life, and we're here to help. We at GRP are committed to building a plan that lets you live and give better than you thought possible.
Do you know that your current annuity might not be the best fit anymore? In today's markets, there are new options that could offer greater flexibility, higher growth potential, and even enhanced benefits that can be specifically tailored to your needs. Upgrading your annuity doesn't just mean better rates. It's an opportunity to explore these new innovative options designed to help you get more out of your investment. Don't settle for outdated terms. Contact us today to learn how upgrading your annuity can open the door to better opportunities in your retirement.
Well, quick time out there, Jeremy, to get things settled down. Rams will go on the attack here with Zach Waddell.
Yeah, Tigers probably would have rather had a little bit longer settled first possession of the game, but see if the defense can get it back for them.
That's Joe Hanley on the defense for the Tigers. Played back. Control there. Kyle Olsen. He'll bring it out. He'll get attacked. Good defense by the Tigers. Forces a turnover, but possession saved. Jackson Wing. Wing lays it off. Kind of a tough pass to handle, but Olsen was able to scoop it, save the possession. John Breedlove watching down in Florida says, great. I know he's a big lacrosse fan, John is, and watching down in Florida tonight. That's thrown to air and going to be Tiger possession.
I saw Chase was suited up for, Chase Canaris was suited up for field night, senior night, but is he on the field now, Coach, or what numbers?
Yeah, he's playing back, number 22.
Okay.
Yeah, Chase was one of the ones recognized.
Well, I know he had injured his wrist. I think that's, I heard he was in a car accident, and I think that's a tradition Coach Johnson would like to get over with, because you might remember Zach Christian got in a car accident at the end of last
Yeah, I do.
season.
Oh, geez, yeah, we don't really want that. Tigers lost it. That was a spinning move inside by Elliott, not able to get it through. That's a whiff. Tigers.
Oh, see if we can make something out of this.
Yeah, goals open. Can they get in front? Nobody's got the ball yet. Scooped up. Nobody sees it. Went into space. Now Tigers will possess. Laid in front. There's Elliott. Got knocked away. Nice duck move there by Cody. And sailed wide. That was Lamoureux. Tigers back in play. Back outside now to Whelan. Whelan threw it in front. That was a save. Camden Jones and goal for the Rams had a save. Got caught out of net a little bit earlier. Now he's going to go back in. Ball's loose at midfield. Scooped ahead by Owen Chadwick. And
it's going to be a failure to advance.
Tigers.
Ooh, another nice, another nice save by Jones.
Yeah, Jones didn't know where it was, but sometimes you put that big stick down, you lose tactile feel for it. Not quite sure where it was, but he had it underneath and well possessed. McManus. McManus lays it off. The shot and the goal. Bullet shot. Zach Waddle will put the Rams up 1-0. Quick catch and release there, Evan. So we see it on the replay. Rams came down on the possession, able to get it over to Waddle, and Waddle got the quick shot off. And back for the faceoff, so Rams go up 1-0. As we said, Rams came in at 3-9. Not sure if this is their final game. Sometimes the heel points don't get all the way up. That's a good rush down the right side by Owen Chadwick. Chadwick got defended. Tigers saved the possession with Braden Elliott. Cony's been aggressive. Have the better of the hits so far in this game. Back over to Elliott. Tigers will set it. Logan Cody. Logan in. Gets doubled. Lays it off to Elliott, who's open. He throws one through, and the bounce shot went
Wide
near
left.
side.
Yeah.
Wide. Tigers have the possession. They're down 1-0. We're in the first, 5:34 left. Rob Munzing and the bull man here with me. I want to thank Jeremy for coming down, got a flag up.
I think Jones got a piece of that one. Another nice save by him.
Yeah, he's been on his game so far tonight. Offensive possession's about equal, maybe a touch in favor of the Tigers, but the lone goal of the game, Zach Waddle. Subs in. Pick them up as they play on here shortly. Tigers to put it in play. Played out high here. Elliott laid it off, and there's a shot and a goal. The
Owen
Tigers
Chadwick.
tie it with Owen Chadwick's goal. So we're tied at 1.
That's the key, Coach. You got to keep moving that ball around and stretch that defense out of position, and that's those open shots. That's what you want. That's what you're looking for.
Well, they got it out to Elliott. Elliott with the assist on the Chadwick goal. You see it right here. Chadwick went far side, about shoulder height. He was able to beat Jones. 1-1. Face off. Joe Hanley couldn't maintain possession. Still fighting for it, Joe is, and he's got it.
Good hustle.
Well, the Scoopman got the ball. Hanley was doing some good work here. And Tigers will get some subs in here. Elliott's trying to spin out of trouble. Braden been hit around like a pinball. Eben Whelan.
Well, I know the last couple games, the defenses have been really keying in on Elliott and double, sometimes even triple teaming him, and that's sometimes the price you pay for being a prolific goal scorer.
Right. Do you think that might open it up for others, like Logan Cody, who just had a good opportunity there?
Another save by Jones. Sometimes too, Coach, you just got to pass the ball around and see who's got a good, see who's got a matchup that you like, and sometimes they might put their best defender on Brady, but on Elliott, but you may have Remy, the left-hander, might have a good, matchup where his defender can't quite keep up with him. So you kind of got to feel that out, and sometimes it takes a little bit.
Well, sometimes
to figure it out.
Patience, as they say, is a virtue.
Speaking of Remy,
almost off the left shot by Remy. Remy Lamoureux. He's a sophomore. There's still a fairly young team here that the Tigers, as we saw on senior night, 3 or 4 seniors. Well, there were 3 seniors, and
it's going to be a lot of upperclassmen next year, Coach. That's for certain.
Baka Beko introduced. And that's in by Elliott. That's a beautiful goal by Braden. Came pinballing down the middle. Put a ground shot in.
Nice job on the ride by the Tigers to get the ball back and then be able to score a goal while the defense is still unsettled. So that's great defense. Will get you those looks.
Yeah, well, they couldn't find Elliott right down the middle, and that's a bad guy to lose down the middle if you're the Rams. So Elliott went in uncontested on Jones. Really, very little Jones could do on that one.
That's a tough matchup for any goalie.
Elliott had him dead to rights. So 2-1 now, Tigers. Tigers gave up the first goal. Waddle got it for the Rams, but since then, 2 straight Tiger goals.
Oh, nice scoop by Barron.
Trevor Barron lays it off in the middle. Joe Hanley with it here. Joe looking. Gets him one of the attackers.
It's one thing I know Coach Johnson's been working on a lot the last couple weeks is just trying to get, better clears out of that defensive zone. We got a pretty hard-working defensive unit back there. Sometimes we just have a hard time getting the ball back across midfield.
Tigers looking to get it set up with Cody. Logan in front. Spin move there by Whalen. And Whalen I don't think it was anybody else. I think it was Whalen's goal.
Nice move, and it was actually the defender almost, he stuck with it, but Eben managed to get his hands free and stick that one in between the pipes. So great shot by Eben.
You can see him spin right here and get it home. So good balance scoring by the Tigers. They've got 3 goals, 3 different goal scorers. Chadwick got him on the board, Elliott, and now Whalen for the Tigers. 3-1. We've got 2.5 minutes or so left to play here in the first. Ball pops out. Rams have had infrequent offensive thrusts here, but this is Jackson Wing. Wing down the right wing. Lays it back off. They'll get it settled with Waddle. Waddle's got the goal for the Rams. Nick McKay on him. Laid it off. Rams being patient here. Goal line extended, now brought out. Olsen. Tigers looking to get in the passing lane if they can. Nick Peon for the Rams. Peon lets it go. And he scores. McGrane wishes he had that one back. So Peon, good patience there. He gets the second goal for the Rams. See it right here. Chase going to be a little upset with himself. There's a bounce shot coming in from Peon right here. You see him coming down, Jeremy. Yeah, right through the 5-hole. They call it the 5-hole in lacrosse too?
I'm not sure, to be honest.
You know, I call these things like hockey games, as I've said to many of you before. Lacrosse is not my strong suit, X's and O's and things like that, but we love to bring the game to the folks, and sometimes my terminology is going to be a little bit off, but we recognize the kids as best we can, and that's the important thing. So Rams would like to get the equalizer here, final minute and 14 of the first. Waddell. Spins. McKay on him. I think does a pretty good job, makes him give it up.
Yeah, the key on defense, which Nick just displayed really well there, is you really, I mean, the stick checks is what a lot of people notice, but really it's a lot of body position, keeping your body between your man and the cage. Just, you know, kind of the same principles in basketball. Obviously, you can be a lot more physical. That's why they get all the cool looking pads on.
Yeah, well, fouling is legal.
Yeah, more or less.
That's how I used to recruit basketball players. I tell them, you know, every time we get called for foul in basketball, we say, attaboy.
Yeah.
We like that. This is Cody on the break. Cody's in. He shoots. He scores. What a beauty. Logan Cody. Right side, far side. Low and away. That's almost an impossible shot for the keeper to contain right there, Jeremy. That was a beautiful shot. And you saw the breakout. You talked about the Tigers trying to break out better. Well, it's a perfect example of it right here.
Well, especially with that attack unit we have, I mean, running a fast break, especially if you get into a 2-on-1 or a 3-on-2 situation, you know, there's really not a whole lot a defense can do with those 3 guys up front playing attack for you.
And all of them got goals here in the first. Chadwick, Elliott, Cody, and Whalen, the scorers for the Tigers. Peon and Waddle for the Rams. Here's a hit. They'll call it a push.
Push with possession, looks like.
Just 2.8 seconds left. Not much you can do with this. Tigers will make some defensive substitutions here. And McKay will back off because he says, well, no need to defend him.
Yeah, really, what you don't want to have happen here is losing a guy really close to the crease, and if they can fire in a really quick pass and dump it in, the odds of scoring from outside the 30 are pretty minimal.
Jackson Wing looks like he's waiting to get a catch and release, and Tigers will defend it, and that will do it. So we played one. Good one brewing here from Tiger Town. 4-2 Tigers. We're back after this.
At Randolph Hardware, our game plan is simple. We offer way more than just hardware. We have a huge selection of paint, plumbing, electrical, and gardening supplies to help you complete simple projects to major home renovations. We also offer a rental center, factory authorized power equipment repair, and the best tool selection around. So stop in today and let the Randolph Hardware team help make your project a winner. Looking for an AAU basketball opportunity? Goalball Basketball is one of Central Maine's largest and longest running AAU programs. Goalball recognizes the need for fundamentals in competition, and we strive to offer both by providing experienced, successful coaches. Many have achieved all-conference status and state recognition, including 1,000-point scorers and McDonald's All-Stars. If you're interested in more information about Goalball Basketball, find us on Facebook.
Having free college, it's awesome.
I'm not going to have this weight of debt hanging over my shoulder.
It's so nice to be able to not have to worry about that burden. So yeah, set you up for success.
Not too late to get into Central Maine Community College. Find them on Facebook, as well as our good friends at CB Matson Incorporated. Check them out on Facebook. All the information on how you may get into their housing application process is there as well. They've been providing quality housing here in the state of Maine since 1959. CB Matson Incorporated, we thank them for being one of our great sponsors. 12 minutes, back up on the board for the second. Well, we got a good one going here, 4-2. Rams scored out of the gate. And then the Tigers with a couple of goals. They went up. Actually went up 3-1, then 3-2 on the Pion goal by the Rams. And the fourth goal for the Tigers, a beauty, as you saw at the end of the first quarter. That was Logan Cody on a breakaway, kind of, almost a breakaway, not quite, but a fast break. So the Tigers D have had some good clearing passes here so far in this one, Jeremy. You said that was a point of emphasis by Coach Johnson, trying to transition quickly to get those dynamic attack guys a little bit more space, and we see it here so far tonight. Well, teams have
those
changed
are just
ends.
crucial because, I mean, you work so hard on defense. I mean, any sport, you know, defense is just hard work, and it's always kind of a bummer if you know, bust your butt on defense to get a turnover, and then you lose the ball in transition.
Chase McGreen, the goalkeeper for the Tigers, number one, and down the other side, he's been a little busier down the other side, is Camden Jones. Beautiful night here. We started this one at about 78 degrees and just a beautiful, almost, I would say, I'm going to use the S word, summer evening. Of course, it could snow tomorrow. You know how this thing's been going.
Welcome to Maine, right?
But it's supposed to be, again, very warm tomorrow, so I'm glad we're doing this game tonight. The evening is nice, perfect, pristine conditions.
Oh,
Rams had a pretty good look, but now the Tigers out of the gate.
Well, Levi couldn't quite handle the pass, but he ended up with the ground ball anyways. Good hustle. And it's going to be a timeout.
No, quick timeout here. So we got timeout on the field. We'll take the timeout. Hear from some of our great sponsors. Make Munson Media's sports productions possible. Make sure you thank them if you're into any of their businesses.
Started by the Corliss family in Pittston in 2019, Corliss Gravel Pit offers some of Kennebec County's highest quality gravel products. Located just south of the old Cedar Grove Road, on the right off Route 27, we offer a variety of products for all of your needs. At Corliss Gravel Pit, our loader is always ready and on site. Local deliveries on larger quantities are always available. And we offer discounts on large quantities as needed. We also offer plowing and sanding services during those tough Maine winters.
Corliss Gravel Pit is family owned and operated since 2019. producing Kennebec County's highest quality gravel at a fair price.
Rob Munsing, Jeremy Bullock back here. Tigers took the timeout. They were on the attack. They lead at 4-2. Tigers in the white. They're going left to right on your screen. Rams in the red, right to left this quarter. Remy Lamro gets it back in behind. Tigers will play from there. Logan Cody, Alabama's the call. That's a preset play, I'm assuming, Jeremy, that the coaches call from the sidelines.
It's good defense by Anderson St. Ange there to get into Cody's hands and disrupt that pass. That pass sailed wide because of good defense.
Lamro got it off across the way and get a slash maybe. We do, but it goes against Braden Elliott.
I'm not sure what that call was.
Yeah, it looked like a little tit for tat. Tigers intercept the clear out. They can attack quickly, and they do. They've got numbers. Comes the Tigers on the attack. That was good defense stepping in that time. Again, St. Ange. And the Tigers shoot. That's a great save. And
good pass, good look, but great effort by the Cony goalie, Jones.
Yeah, that's the save of the game so far.
Yeah,
he saved a sure goal. That ball rolled into the spectators. Nice crowd rolled in here tonight on senior night for the Tigers. Very happy just the way the schedule worked out this year, Jeremy. We were able to get both lacrosse senior games in, and baseball and softball, of course, they would always play on the same day. We did both games, so we got those four, and we recognized tennis as well as track. So we have all the senior recognitions this year on Munson Meeting. Very happy with that. That's a good thing they did, adding track and to one of the contests as well as tennis. I think tennis went to baseball, track came to softball the day we did that, so that was cool.
Yeah, I heard the softball team had a great win the other night.
They did. We'll talk about that in a minute. That's a power goal that time by Connor Callahan. He let it rip. Makes it 4-3. So that'll close it down to 1. It's Callahan. Let it rip. 8:51 in the second. Glad he could join us here on Munson Media. Tigers come off the face-off win. Evan Whalen. Tigers will sub, Whalen will wait. Chadwick on, he just received it. Back to Whalen, Evan surveys. Tigers got their changes in, now they'll go to work. Owen Chadwick with it. Chadwick's got Xander Smith on him. Tigers will possess. And they go quickly.
Good pass by Logan.
Elliott will get it back out as he's stymied. They'll play it back to Whalen. Set the offense there. Remington now. Remy gets it back out. Played to Jones, the keeper.
Cony calls a timeout.
Cony will take the timeout. 7:45 left in the second. We got a good one going, 4-3. Rams with the only goal of this quarter. I want to thank an opportunity to take in here to thank all our great sponsors. This will wrap up our season. Somebody said, how many games have you done? I don't know. I said a lot. A lot. Between our college and high school schedule, we've done a lot of games. Always getting requests to do more. People do more.
And, well, we have a certain standard we like to meet with our productions and won't go compromising any of that. We get 2 full sets of equipment. A lot of that is thanks to the fine sponsors and people like yourself who have donated to us. You're seeing it right now. We thank you for your donations for this year. This is anybody that has donated during the course of this year. We thank you for that. Helps us improve the quality of our productions. Always trying to test new things. We thought we had the on-field activities covered tonight. We tested pregame, working fine. Chris goes down, turns it on. It looks good, but from his end, but it's not translating up to our end. So something went goofy, but we'll work on that and figure it out. That's what we do. Always trying to make things better here at Muncie Media for you, our fans. And again, we encourage you, if you need some loam or something for a project you got going, an outdoor project, building a patio, need sand or whatever, check out Jason Corliss. He's got everything you might need in that regard. And if you need some tools to build a patio or something like that, get yourself over to Randolph Hardware. If you need a loan for a recreational vehicle, see Bill Hasty. No, not Bill Hasty. See Gardiner Federal Credit Union. Gonna get in contact with Anna Toman here soon. We're gonna go shoot a new ad for them. Be ready to go for next season. Comes back outside now where it's held by Jackson Wing. Rams took that timeout, set something up, and they've controlled the ball since. Tigers collapse and they knock it out. Scooped up by Joe Hanley. Joe, one of the good defenders for the Tigers, but a good job in the passing lane by Connor Callahan's got a goal. Pion's got a goal as well. Rams looking to get the equalizer. 6:42 left here to play in the second.
Sometimes it's a struggle with certain kids where you want them to have a certain level of unselfishness and willingness to pass, and then there's other times where you're better off to just carry the ball. I think Joe on that one probably should have just turned the jets on and ran to green grass, but mistakes are going to happen.
And since then, Cony's control, but Tigers defense pretty good inside. No shots on McGreen during this possession.
I think Tigers have had more shots on goal, but Cony's just been a little bit more efficient with the few opportunities they've had.
There's some good defense by the Tigers. Trevor Barron stepped his big body into play, and now the offense comes
nice pass.
In lone. Oh, it almost deflected off Cody in.
Good look by Levi there. Almost had it. The assist on the fast break.
Levi Simmons, number 10. Referee coming over to talk to the scorer's table. They've got things squared away. Subs coming in the game. So Rams going to have somebody out. So man advantage here for the Tigers.
Yeah, I saw Levi take a tumble right after he let that pass go. I wonder if they just called that check. I mean, the check looked fine. It might have just been a little late after the ball was already gone. Oop.
And off the man advantage, Tigers will score to be Logan Cody with the goal. His second of the game. So they found the guy they wanted right here in Cody. They work it in behind, and Cody presents himself right here at the edge. Came back and got a little give and go, made the pass, went to the corner. Tigers found him, and Logan puts the Tigers up 5-3 on the power play. Five and a half minutes or so here to play in the second. Tigers back to a 2-goal advantage. Reagan McMammon's fighting for the Rams. Rams will control it. Give and go in front. Boy, that was a golden opportunity and just sealed wide. Logan Rosa. Rams like to get this within one. They'll throw it out to space, and now there'll be a scrum for it. Be Tiger ball. Here come the Tigers with Elliott. Elliott ahead. Cody's got it. Logan got cut off. Waits for reinforcements. Here they come. A good stick deflection there. That was Austin Crowley getting a shot off of the Tigers. Sticked up and out. Tigers wouldn't probably mind taking a little time with this possession as well. Tigers cut off. Lamoureux got it in behind. Braden Elliott backs it off. Says, catch me if you can. Elliott spins in front, drops it in front, ball's loose. Got the big stick down. Did Camden Jones. The Rams look to counter. Out of the zone. Jackson Wing. Wing midfield. Wing on a run. Wing's going to let it wing.
Oh, good save by Chase.
That was a beauty. That one took a turf bounce. Olsen on it here for the Rams. Under 3.5 left here in the half. Rams had an open man in front. Boy, that dropped dangerously down past Chase McGrain, but he came out and got it. Now he's going to get the clear. Can he hit Hanley? He does. Hanley can't possess. Infraction on the Tigers. I don't know if Boyce is going off and on or just subbing. Let's see where he goes. It's going to be a penalty on Anthony Boyce. So Rams, final 3 minutes. What do you think, Coach? What's going on there, Jeremy?
Oh, no, the penalty looks like it was on the Rams.
Looks like it was on the
Our
Rams.
offensive guys are coming on.
Yeah.
Anthony was probably just switching personnel.
I'm trying to look across. Do I see anybody?
Yeah. He's right close to the coach.
Yeah, Zach Waddle.
Yeah.
So it's Tigers will go. Owen Chadwick. They'll get it in behind. Tigers will play from there. Elliott. Tigers looking to wiggle somebody loose, Jeremy, aren't they, huh?
That's right. You got to push and pull that defense, and eventually. There's a good look. Chadwick.
Yeah, and it is Chadwick. Top side, near side. That was well done by the Tigers. Owen's second goal of the game. There was that patience that you talk so much about, Jeremy, in the offensive zone, particularly upper man. And they were able to execute it well. And it's a taffy pull. You got to push and pull, as you say, and find the open man. And Chadwick, he saw his opening, and it's one thing to see it. It's another thing to put the ball there. That was a beautiful shot, top side, near side.
Chadwick's got one of the quicker shot releases on the team. He really is one of those guys. He doesn't need a whole lot of room if they can find him. And, you know, the other thing, too, is spreading the scoring around for the Tigers might, you know, open. Good save, Chase. That might, spreading that scoring around may free up Elliott and Logan a little bit more as we go along.
Chadwick's got 2, Elliott's got 1, Logan Cody with a goal, and Eben Whalen with a goal for the Tigers. That's their 6.
I mean, of course, the best scenario for any offense is for the defense to be worried about everybody all the time.
So Rams got a couple of minutes to work with here, see if they can get a little closer. You know, any goals in the final 2 minutes, momentum changes. Tigers can come up with a goal here.
Oh, good D by Barron.
Yeah, Trevor through traffic. Had to knock him off his pins. But a good stick work there, and Jackson Wing did it.
I think he drew the slash on that one,
Yeah, well,
Coach.
you're whacking him. So Jackson Wing, he got the ball, but going to get called on the slash. So with 1:40 left, Tigers man advantage, I believe. I'm trying to see if he did go off. They got two men down there for the Rams?
Yeah.
Across the way, yeah. So
That
huge
first penalty.
advantage, yeah, for the Tigers here. They got 1:35 left. They're going to wiggle somebody loose.
Oh, good save by Jones again.
Elliott got it right back. Back outside. There's a shot in the goal. So that was a killer for the Rams here. Take that. It's going to be Whalen's goal. Just no chance here in goal here for Jones on this one. He's dead to rights, and that was knocked home by Eben Whalen, as we said, his second of the game. I'm missing a Tiger goal. We'll figure that out at halftime. I've only got 6 goals here, so we'll shake that loose and figure that out. Ball on the ground to space, and don't often see a ball that long on the ground, but picked up. Biggest lead of the game, 4 goals for the Tigers, 7-3. If you're just joining us, Kyle Dennett brings his Rams in at 3-9 on the season. Casey Johnson's got the Tigers at 6-7. They're looking to go 7-7 in the regular season. They're in number 9 right now, which means they'd have an 8-9 prelim game. If they could jump up, and they're somewhat close there to Mount Blue, who is number 8 right now. Of course, what happens is you'll see how things shake out as soon as the final games are played, and that's when the Heels solidify themselves. If the Tigers could get 8, they'd have a 8-9 matchup with Mount Blue. Oh. That one's headed to my front porch. Don't hit my new house.
Jesus.
Holy cow,
right
dangerous.
Right into the orange door.
Holy cow, yeah. Got a note from Chris Whalen today. He said, I love the orange door now. Spray paint the rest of that thing black. He says, you'll be on. Folks that may not know, we lost our house in a fire a year and a half or so ago. Into the new house a couple of months now, and Beth painted the front door orange and put a nice orange and black sign up that said, this is a house that Friendship built. And that is true. Trevor Barron, what a good physical play as he can do. And that's going to run out the half. A good half here for the Tigers. A good closeout, Jeremy, to the first half of the Tigers as they score the last couple of goals and they make it a 7-3 halftime lead. We'll step away, take a break, and we'll come back. We'll have the Gardiner All Sports Boosters halftime show when we come back after this.
At a family's time of loss, making arrangements with those you know and trust can lessen the burden so you may better focus on preparations and services. Family First Funeral Homes and Cremation Care's network of long-established, family-managed firms is here for families like yours, providing experienced and compassionate service throughout Central Maine. They are Lowry Brothers and Wheeler Funeral Homes in Fairfield and Oakland, Knowlton and Hewins and Roberts Funeral Homes, serving Augusta and Winthrop, and Staples Funeral Home for families in Gardiner, Maine. Each staff is experienced at accommodating the unique needs of the families we serve, as well as pre-arranging services for individuals. All of the Family First locations stay true to our traditions and commitment to the communities we've served for decades. Together, we join with you to celebrate lives well lived. Family First Funeral Homes and Cremation Care, where your family is our family.
coaches and athletes know that teamwork is the key to success. At the Gosline Insurance Group, our team is comprised of knowledgeable, enthusiastic, and dedicated agency personnel who are committed to keeping our clients informed and protected. Featuring 9 agencies throughout the area, the Gosline Insurance Group is the largest locally owned independent agency group in Central Maine. As a trusted choice agent, we are dedicated to you and are committed to treating you as a person and not as a policy. This commitment means we will work for you and not the insurance company. So call us today and let our team put you on the path to success.
Why waste valuable time and gasoline traveling around when you can enjoy one-stop shopping at Goggins IGA in Randolph? Goggins is locally owned by people you know and trust at the heart of our community. Goggins offers the convenience of one-stop shopping, in-store banking, a large selection of liquors and wines, and a full-service pharmacy. At Goggins IGA, you're in, you're out, you're home.
At Fowler's Roofing, our staff and crews are very reliable and professional. We've been servicing New England for over a decade. When we approach a job from the free estimate to the finished product, the #1 goal is establishing trust with the homeowner and to provide them with 100% satisfaction. We specialize with shingle roofing, framing, siding, earthwork, metal roofing, metal buildings, and so much more. We are proud members of the Better Business Bureau, the Kennebec Valley Chamber of Commerce, and the Mid-Maine Chamber of Commerce. We are fully certified, thoroughly insured, and we offer a 24-hour emergency service serving the state of Maine, as well as a 5-year warranty on labor. As a business in the Kennebec County area, we are very proud to be a continuing sponsor for local schools and sports teams, building a better community with Fowler's.
At our firm, we have the client and only the client in mind. Our mission is to get to know and understand your needs, wants, and long-term goals. We want to help you develop, implement, and monitor a strategy that's designed to address your individual situation. We understand the challenges families face today. From managing debt to saving for college to retirement, these personal finance challenges can be overwhelming. Our commitment is to utilize all of our resources to help you pursue your goals. We believe in thinking out of the box, and we are not afraid to challenge conventional wisdom in our approach to financial services and preserving wealth. All of our energy, commitment, and efforts are focused on you, the client, and your satisfaction.
At Central Maine Community College, we are building things that last. We're investing in technology, new facilities, and offering more degree programs than ever before. You can get the traditional college experience at a fraction of the cost, and for some, it's even free.
Wait, did she just say free?
That's right, free tuition for Maine high school grads from 2022 to 2025. Set your goals and find your path at CMCC. Let's build a future together.
Well, you know, if you've been listening to any of our Muncie Media broadcasts, you'd hear me going off about coffee and, you know, how I'm kind of fueled by coffee. Well, have I found coffee for you? It's former Tiger Troy Cobb. He played for me back in the day. Teammate of yours, Jeremy, back in Tiger Town back in the day, I think.
Yep.
He was an underclassman probably when you were a senior.
Yeah, and he played on the lacrosse team as well.
As well,
Yep.
So he's got a coffee company down. I saw it online. I said, geez, I'm going to order some coffee. Well, I ordered the coffee, got a nice note back from Troy on that, and I ordered a couple of bags of coffee, 3 pounds each. I've got the Colombian coffee and a breakfast blend, and I'm telling you, it's the best coffee I've ever had. Honest to God. So I got right to Troy. I said, listen, Troy, you're going to become the official coffee of Munzing Media. I said, that's quite an honor here. And it's Claw Coffee. You can find them online. You're looking at their webpage right now as we're able to bring that up and show all these different varieties of coffee. But here's the thing, Bull. I know I get the coffee, right? And I open it up, and oh my God, the aroma's unbelievable. And I looked at the roasting date because I always do that when I get coffee. And I got the coffee like on the 30th, and it was roasted on the 27th of May.
No kidding.
Yeah, so unbelievably fresh, great coffee. So I said to Troy, I said, hey, Troy, you're going to be the official coffee of Munzing Media. We got to get a Tiger thing going here. So I said, why don't you have a blend called the Tiger's Claw? Yeah. And he goes, Coach, that's unbelievable. That's a great idea. We're talking about new blends right here, so you never know. And if that ever happens, then the Tiger's Claw, we'd have to get Coach Ho back in town to give him that old Tiger Claw. All you former Tigers know what I'm talking about. Coach Ho going, arr! And we'll get Coach Ho to be in the commercial or something like that. But I just want to point this out. You've seen a nice picture of Troy and his family here, and just a great kid. And, you know, I'm always happy to send along successes of our former student athletes here at Gardiner High School, and Troy's certainly it. So, Troy, keep up the great work here, and you're on your way to becoming the official coffee of Munzing Media, particularly if you put the old guy in a commercial now.
That's right.
So,
is he the only sponsor that pays you by the pound? Or?
Well, then maybe that's what I should do. Yes. Yeah, instead of getting a pound of flesh, I get coffee out of him. That's great. That's great. You're right into this marketing stuff, Jeremy. I like that. That's fantastic.
I gotta get me some Cobby coffee at my house.
Cobby coffee. That would have been a good one, too. Yeah, when I had Troy in class, he should have been on coffee. I never keep him awake. You know, I don't know whether I was being a little boring back in the day when I had him. And Troy was one of those guys that traveled with me. He was at the middle school with me, and then came up when I came up to the high school, I believe. So I had him both places, I think. Just fantastic. Well, Rob Munzing, Jeremy Bullock here. Enough about coffee. Although I did have about 4 cups.
I kind of want a coffee right now.
I had about 4 cups of that, yeah. Well, I had some, but I drank it, Jeremy.
Yeah.
So
I need to start bringing a thermos or something when I do the games.
You'll learn that. Learn that. Let's take a look at the 3 goals for the Cony Rams. Connor Callahan, Nick Pion, and Zach Waddell got them on the board with 3 goals. And Tigers have, as you said, Jeremy, pretty good goal-scoring balance here. Owen Chadwick's got 2. Braden Elliott's got 1. Logan Cody, I found the goal. It's Logan's second goal. You're going to see one of the ones right here off the deflection. And Tigers turn it back around very quickly here. Send it back out and in the net before you could blink. And also 2 for Eben Whalen. So Tigers on their attack, pretty good on the balance scoring. They had a good flurry the final. They won the final half of the second quarter, and that has given them a 7-3 lead. As we said, Tigers come in under longtime coach Casey Johnson at 6-7, looking to get 500 for the season in the regular season. They're at number 9 in the heel points, looking to maybe sneak into number 8 if they can. Kyle Dennett brings his Rams in at 3-9. And the rival game continues. When we look at scheduling games, we try to get as many Cony Gardiner matchups as we can in any of our games, and just worked out well. Not only the rival game, the senior game here tonight. So we're underway here in the third quarter. Ball spins away from Hanley, but Tigers able to pick it up on the scoop. Jason Deering.
Good win for the Tigers.
Deering will go off after making a good play.
Sure, in this half, I think that's exactly what Casey would like to have happen here, is to start really winning those faceoffs and spending more time grinding down the Rams' defense and wearing them out, because as in any sport, the more time you're playing on defense trying to react and less time controlling the pace, you get worn out eventually.
Yeah. Playing defense is a fatiguer. That was a nice shot there, and the third goal of the game for Owen Chadwick. Going to see it right here. Chadwick picks up a loose ball and goes to work right here. Feints left, comes right, just to crease a little jump shot. Is that what they call in lacrosse? Or they call that a jump shot? He jumped.
Yeah, you can call it whatever you want.
Yeah, Jerry knows what to say to the old guy. Do whatever you want, Coach.
That's right.
You're the head coach.
I don't want to do any down and backs after the game.
Yeah.
So
well, I give everybody down and backs. I give them a day off on their birthdays. When
I know I appreciate it every
yeah.
June not having to do any. So.
So as you said, those face-off wins are so important because when you're ahead as the Tigers are 8-3 here, they are time consumers. You just get in and you take over and control the ball. And
ooh, great shot by Eben Whalen.
And Eben goes top shelf for his third goal. We're going to have a tough decision when it comes to Capsa Pizza Play of the Game, as we'll give out the Capsa Pizza award here. I think I got 1 or 2 left. I got to dig through the bag and find those. If I don't have them here, we'll get them to whoever wins. But Tigers have responded here. That, as we said, the tail end of the second was all Tigers, and all Tigers here. They've won 3 consecutive faceoffs as Hanley will pick it up and Joe will go to work. Joe some quickness through midfield, finds the seam, went right, came back left, and was able to get it to a wide open Braden Elliott. Here comes Braden. Rams back on their heels, as you said, Jeremy, and here's a wide open guy, and Logan Crowley will put it home. Austin Crowley.
Austin, yeah, gee.
Yeah,
he had a brother, Logan, and I still get it messed up to this day.
Well, you're going to see Austin come right in here. He's look at unattended. I mean, you can't have guys running around the attack zone unattended, and Rams have fallen and off on the defense here. Pickup. They were pretty solid there for a while, but they've missed a few coverages, and Austin picks up his first goal, and there's the 4th win. And Hanley scooped it in and got it going again. He'll come off, and Tigers will attack. Whalen. Rams having to play a lot of defense, and playing a lot of defense, the fatigue sets in. You're back on your heels, and Tigers have taken advantage of it here early on in the second half. Tigers led it 7-3 at the half. They've scored the 3 goals already here in the third quarter, and they're dominating play. Threaded through, and finally Jones will put the big stick on it and look to clear. St. Ange with it. Tigers will pick up the loose ball. Owen Chadwick. Owen's had a good half. Owen. Jones might have got a foot on that one. And sealing in and getting his 4th goal of the game is Eben Whalen. Eben came in left to right, went back left, top shelf. As the Tigers have had guys running through unattended.
Tigers are doing a good job putting pressure on the on the Cony defense when they're trying to clear the ball, and the Tigers do a great job with those fast breaks, unsettled looks. They do a great job making something out of the chaos of it.
Tigers have won 5 straight face-offs.
I think Barron left early. It's too bad.
So Rams looking for a quick counter if they can get it. They need to get back on the board.
Still plenty of time for the Rams if they can kind of get settled in, but if the Tigers keep the pressure up, it's just going to be a steeper and steeper hill to climb to come back.
Not sure what.
Looks like maybe a Tiger timeout.
Yeah, Tigers may have taken a timeout. Okay. As we said, this is our final regular season game of the year, playoffs. Not sure about anything because we have to wait till final heel points are out, and also
when they schedule things. We do have a class of 2025 responsibilities coming up here as well. So next week we'll have class day, and typically it starts so early that really means that even on next Wednesday I can't commit to a game because I'll be in here. I usually come over 4:30, 5 o'clock and begin to set up for Class A next morning because it starts so early. We need to have everything set up, ready to go. And if there's a game later that day, usually I'm here a lot of time here. So it wipes out a couple of days of being able to do games. And so we can't commit to anything playoff-wise at this time. And, of course, Saturday sometimes is a playoff day. Many times I've had Saturday morning games and then graduation later on Saturday. Saturday graduation now begins at 5 o'clock. Years past.
I'm sure those senior
It
parents
used to be
love
6:30.
that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, that's happened a lot of times. I can remember, I don't know if it was Patrick's year or one of the years I was covering. Of course, I've been covering graduation for Gardiner High School since 1994 is when I began to do coverage of graduation. Of course, back in the day, we didn't stream it in 1994. If I had thought of streaming in 1994, I'd be already retired and a millionaire. But nobody was streaming back in 1994, obviously. We used to do it on tape delay. Rams. Some good stick work there, but Tigers maintain possession.
Got to be careful of those stick checks.
Laid off.
Tigers
Elliott,
got a free
oh, he
shot.
sails it high and wide.
So it's going to be a slash on the Rams. Tigers going to go man up.
And Tigers have made the Rams pay in penalty situations, haven't they, Jeremy? They've got several power play goals.
I think they've converted all of them.
Yeah, I do
haven't they?
too. Yeah, 11-3 now. Tigers pretty good balanced scoring as well. Play back outside now, and they'll take some time with Elliott.
Wow.
Oh, a beautiful release there, and another goal for the Tigers. It's Evan Whalen making a move. Evan's on his way to a pepperoni pizza, I'm telling you right now. He's got 5 goals in the game. Going to see it right here.
Looked like it was the top right.
He's had the ability to catch, release, and put that thing right where he wants it. Yeah, it was top. Top shelf, as our Greg Glenn says, top shelf where Grandma hides the cookies. Up on the top shelf. I always credit Greg when I use that line. Well, Tigers and Joe Hanley's been good swooping in and picking up loose balls off face-offs all night.
Yeah, Koopman's been doing a great job raking the ball out of there for Joe and JD to scrape up. So it's been, oh.
The Tigers score again. Austin Crowley, his second. Well, wait till you see this pass. I want to see who made the pass because it's a beauty. Tigers are lulled into action, and I think Crowley came off the bench, and it was drilled through by Braden Elliott on a beautiful pass by Braden. What a beauty. And you saw it clearly. Good job, Billy, on the camera work, giving you a look at that one.
We got more flags on the play.
Well, the Rams look like they're getting a little frustrated, I think, with it.
Yeah, that can tend to happen. I could tell you from experience being a defender, we used to go down and play some of those teams, like Thornton Academy. I remember a particular one where it's like, it wasn't often I'd have a terrible time with Tackman, but they had a kid that year that just, after so many times of you trying your best and there's nothing you seem to do about it, but those situations you really got to try and keep your composure, because obviously getting a flag for unsportsmanlike stuff is only going to make matters worse.
So, man sitting out here for the Rams.
Oh, it looks like they got Crowley on that one too, so it was 2. So I guess we're even, Coach. I guess maybe chirp back, possibly.
Rams ball. One of the rare face-off wins, and
Nice
that's a good save.
Russ Glidden's in goal now.
Tigers had made a change. We haven't been down that end of the field at all. Russell Glidden, number 14. He's getting some goal action here. Chase McGrain.
Another flag.
Glidden listed as a sophomore.
Russ is a sophomore,
Russ
yes.
is a sophomore,
Yep.
yeah, Russ Glidden. So still 7-10 left here. Tigers have scored 6 here in the second half. Scored 7 in the first, all of the first half.
Now it looks like Rams are possibly getting a little frustrated here. I mean, it's obviously when you're down 10 goals, you do have to play hard and you have to keep up the intensity, but you really gotta tread the line and keep it under control, or else it's just gonna spiral further away from you. Good save by Jones.
Yeah, Jones can't be faulted on most of these goals by the Tigers. He's been kind of left out to dry a few times. Wheeling in behind now. Lamro got it back out front. Elliott, they'll attack Elliott, and he'll get it to Whelan. Right in the corner, went wide, and I think something behind the play. Cross check, I believe, might be the call. If there is such a call. Again, I revert to hockey terminology.
Yeah, so basically on those two-handed checks, you really got to make contact with your glove, because if you make contact to the body of the offensive player with the shaft of your stick, it's going to be a cross check. Just pretty similar to the way hockey calls it.
Tigers dominating play here against the Rams in the rival game. The only time these teams have met this season. Rams held with it. It was 4-2 at one point. A low shot goes wide by Elliott. Austin Crowley's come on with a couple of goals. Owen Chadwick's got 3. Braden Elliott with a goal. Logan Cody would appear. And Eben Whelan's got 5 for the Tigers. Whelan got rid of it. Elliott low and right through the 5-hole. Beauty for Elliott.
Good ball movement by the Tigers there. You can tell the offense is really settled in at this point, and obviously they're feeling pretty comfortable with that 11-goal spread that they've put up.
Yeah, firing on all cylinders. You see it right here. Elliott's going to get it. Feels the one hopper and stays down low, and again, no chance. And goal for Camden Jones. Yeah, softball would have come from behind victory last night over the Rams up in Cony, a night game there. Big crowd up there last night for that. Zoe Sullivan-Brennan with a home run to win the game for the Tigers. Stay tied in the 7th, and a 3-run shot for Zoe. And I believe baseball went back and forth, but the Rams prevailed in the baseball game, so they split the regular season. Tigers won down here, Rams won up there. And the same thing with softball. Split on the season as the Rams won the game down here. Tigers won, and Tigers are waiting to look and see what they may get. They may get a home prelim game. I was talking to assistant coach Patrick Munzing. He was saying that there's a chance once the Heels shake their way all the way through that they might play a game. So we'll keep an eye on that. If it's not Wednesday or Thursday, we might have a shot at doing it if it was like next Tuesday or something. Rams looking to get something going. And, you know, you're down by 11, as you say, Bull, and what you're trying to do is you're trying to get something positive here, and the way to do that is get in the offensive zone, take your time, get the attack going, and try to stymie the onslaught that you've been facing with the Tigers, because they have been in control of the clock and the scoreboard this whole second half.
Yeah, and it can be hard not to rush. I mean, Payan right there, I mean, he held on to that ball a while. And, I mean, when you've been coaching a while, sometimes you can just tell when a guy is really itching to shoot the ball bad. And You know, it's one of those things where you gotta. I mean, you do have to play with some urgency. We're more than halfway through the third period now, but yeah, you still got to kind of play your same smart offense and look for open men, draw double teams, and dump the ball off. Look for those assists.
And of course, the Tigers can play the scoreboard. They lead it by 11, and they're in control, so they don't have any hurry at all on offense, and they can take their time. And you see them doing that right here.
Yep.
Whalen's going to bring it out. He'll get it back. And, of course, you want to practice this technique some as well, because you may have a game where you're up by 1 that you want to take a little time.
True.
So what is the shape of the feeder program coming up here, Bull? I know you're very active in the youth organization as well. Middle school's fielding a team, and they're doing pretty well, I hear.
Yeah, the middle school team, I don't believe, has lost a game this year. My guys down at 5-6 have only lost 1. We lost a tough one up at Messalonski.
Poor coaching, I heard.
Yeah, it was probably my fault. And then, you know, it's one of those things where, at least in lacrosse, we've noticed with the youth, like, you know, you kind of seem like you have some big classes and small classes. Like we have a small freshman class here, then a huge 8th grade class, and then a small 7th. So it seems like every other class we've got pretty solid numbers, but we'll have to do a little bit more recruiting in the off season to kind of try to get things leveled out a little bit.
Glidden made a nice save there. That's his first tester. Well, it's okay if one class is big and the next one's small. That's okay, as long as you don't have like 3 consecutive small classes.
Right.
Unless they're stock full of talent. But,
yeah, I mean, I would say overall the sport's been definitely growing in Gardiner for the last. I think it's definitely been going the right direction. There's been a lot of interest in the youth programs, and the youth teams have been doing pretty well the last several years since we've been involved. So. It's been good to it's been fun to watch.
Jones with a good save on that one. And of course, the sport continues to gain in popularity at all levels. It's a great game.
Ooh, just wide.
Billy Hasty and I wonder, is there an over 70 league anywhere that Billy and I could get involved in?
Oh, I'm sure there is somewhere.
Yeah. We'd want 45 second quarters.
That's right.
And I'm going to be an attacker. Tigers are fortunate to have somebody as dedicated as Casey Johnson to the sport. I mean, Casey was involved in this at the beginning. Logan Cody picks up his 3rd goal of the game.
Anderson St. Ange a little frustrated by the call. Unfortunately, as he was expressing his displeasure with the call, it allowed Logan to poke another one in between the pipes.
It makes it 15-3. Tigers up by 12. 1:46 left here, so on the replay. Zoom in on the face-off for you a little bit. What a beautiful night for anything. Summer's Eve, heading towards graduation, always a favorite time of season of mine as a longtime teacher. Meant the end of the school year was coming. We thank all the fine teachers in MSAD 11 and over there in Augusta, if any of those teachers are watching. And more so than not, these teachers, you know, they'll get their papers out grading and all that and put the game on. I know Jackie Perret, a lot of times, she's doing paperwork and watching the games and commenting and all that. The fine assistant principal here at Gardiner Area High School. Jackie's former student athlete herself. Appreciates what athletics brings to the school culture. It's been a good year for the Tigers athletically.
Koopman's been having a great night at the face-off X. That's made a huge difference for the Tigers.
Bakabekov is how we pronounce his last name. Bakabekov. Want to I think Chris Wheeler went down and spelled it for me phonetically. He was introduced as part of the senior activities as he'll be heading back. Can't we offer him a full scholarship for kicking? And Nick, I got to talk to Coach Munsing about that. Offer him another year of scholarship here. He was a tremendous kicker for us.
No, I got a chance to unfortunately we had to fill in for the bus driver there. The parents drove the kids down to the Biddeford game, and we took Koopman. Evan, he rode down with Evan and I, so I got to know him a little bit. It was a lot of fun. He's a really, really nice young man, and it's really been awesome having him here at Gardiner this year.
Well, that exchange program that's been a long-time feature here at Gardiner High School is one of the best things that we do. I've had many foreign exchange students take video production from me over the years, and I'm still in contact with some of them, and it's tremendous. They go back to their home countries, and you know, every now and again one of them will send me a video they made, and it's really cool. And you know, I just think it's a great program that we've had here over the years, and it's good not only for the incoming here, but the kids here see a whole complete different culture, and it opens their eyes up to the world a little bit, which can be kind of difficult when you're a teen.
Yep. No, and you know, and a lot of people don't get the opportunity to travel. So I mean, when you get someone like Koopman that comes, you can learn from him right here at home. So you learn a little bit about a country you may never get a chance to go to. It's really neat, I thought.
So Tigers on the take. Tigers are swapping in some attack players, and now they're in place. And Tigers will go with their attack. Well, a score like this, you know, gives us a little bit to have story time as well and get the state of the youth lacrosse programs, and that's all good stuff here as the future looks good.
Oh,
that was a laser beam from Evan Whalen. Evan's got a quick, hard shot. You can see he spent hours and hours and hours shooting that lacrosse ball, and you can see it right here, the catch, the release, the laser, the goal.
Yeah, and it wasn't much slower than that when he was a sixth grader. You can imagine the goalies not knowing what to do with that back when we used to take him to games, and they literally didn't even know what to do. They couldn't believe it.
Yeah. Well, Evan's one of those guys who'd say, okay, Evan, make sure you show off the game. Bring all your equipment and your birth certificate in your back pocket, okay? So nobody's questioning you. The Whalens, one of the great athletic families in the history of Gardiner sports. There's some families like that. The Whalens certainly being one of them, multi-generation of great athletes.
Don't feel like cooking dinner?
We'll play 16-3. The Tigers will come back after this.
At our firm, we have the client and only the client in mind. Our mission is to get to know and understand your needs, wants, and long-term goals. We want to help you develop, implement, and monitor a strategy that's designed to address your individual situation. We understand the challenges families face today. From managing debt to saving for college to retirement, these personal finance challenges can be overwhelming. Our commitment is to utilize all of our resources to help you pursue your goals. We believe in thinking out of the box, and we are not afraid to challenge conventional wisdom in our approach to financial services and preserving wealth. All of our energy, commitment, and efforts are focused on you, the client, and your satisfaction.
When you choose a financial institution to entrust your hard-earned money to, bigger is not necessarily better. Will you be noticed? Will you be heard? At Gardiner Federal Credit Union, our members aren't account numbers, they're our friends and neighbors. Each member has a vote, a voice. What matters to you matters to us. Lending decisions are based not solely on your credit score, but on who you truly are. We work diligently to end hunger. We volunteer in our local schools and throughout the community supporting neighborhood events. We are local people making local decisions, investing in our members and giving back to our communities. Gardiner Federal Credit Union, where your money has a voice.
Well, no JV game here today as Cony couldn't field the JV team, so may see some of those younger kids get in here in the fourth quarter for the both schools actually, as we're going to be playing running time here with a 16-3 lead for the Tigers.
That'd be good. That's always a bummer for the JV guys
Yeah.
who work hard and practice all week, and then when they aren't able to have a JV game for whatever reason, it's always kind of a bummer for those young guys. Another great win by Koopman.
Koopman won it, and Hanley came in to scoop it. Get the offense going. And of course, the Tigers want to build a little momentum themselves here, Jeremy, as they look for postseason play. So you don't want to take your foot off the gas at all, ever.
Yeah, going into the playoffs, obviously, it'd be a great confidence boost to go into the playoffs with a big win over Cony. I mean,
so we had a flag come up. I'm not sure.
Looks like that's another one on the Rams. And I think, Coach,
might be a slash after the shot.
Yeah, and I think at this point the Rams are just getting a little bit frustrated, and some of us, we've been there, and it's definitely hard sometimes to to kind of keep it together and play clean. And it's not that I think it's anything malicious. I think the kids sometimes they just you're trying to do whatever you can to kind of overcome this rut that you're in, and and then sometimes you just get, just play it. It gets a little bit out of control more than you'd want.
Evan Bullock in the game, number 40 for the Tigers. Can't miss Evan. All of a sudden I looked out there. I said, who's that big tall kid out there all of a sudden? There's Evan.
Looks like we got an injury on the field, Coach.
Yeah, we don't want anybody hurt in final game of the year either. So what we'll do is we'll take a break. We'll let them sort out the injury, and we'll come back for more to finish this one up after this. Carver's Driving Academy is the perfect place to learn the rules of the road. Prepare to hit the road with confidence with their 3-week intensive course. Students will not only learn the basics of driving, but we offer individual, high-intensity instruction. We offer in-person and online classes, and our 3-week classes are perfect for student athletes. At Carver's Driving Academy, we are driven to excellence. Check us out on Facebook or email us at carversdriving@gmail.com.
Jeff Harder here, partner of CBU Advantage. Listen, Medicare can be overwhelming, but it doesn't have to be. Whether you're new to Medicare or exploring your options during open enrollment, our team at CBU Advantage is here to help make it simple. We'll help you compare plans, understand your benefits, and find the coverage that fits your needs and your budget. Don't let the confusion or stress hold you back. We're going to simplify the entire process for you. We're just a phone call away. Call us today or click the link below to book an appointment with a licensed agent to discuss your options. Talk to you all soon.
Is your annuity keeping up with your goals? The financial landscape is constantly evolving, and new annuity options are designed to offer more benefits, better flexibility, and improved growth potential. Upgrading your annuity can help you take advantage of these opportunities and make your money work harder for you. Whether you're looking for higher income, newer, better terms, or added features, now is the time to explore what's possible. Call today to discover how we can help you unlock the full potential of your investment.
Are you stuck with an annuity that's not meeting your needs? Maybe the returns are lower than you expected, or the terms no longer fit your financial goals. Upgrading your annuity could be the solution you've been looking for. With better rates, more flexible options, and the potential to increase your income, upgrading can help you make the most of your investment. We are here to guide you through the process, making it easy and ensuring your financial future is based on your specific goals. Call us to explore your options today.
When you need top quality aggregate, you need McGee Construction. From gravel, sand, and crushed stone to specialty materials, McGee Construction has supplied mains contractors and homeowners for over 35 years. No project is too big or too small. Whether you're building a driveway, a home, a highway, we've got the materials you need delivered on time every time. For reliable service, expert advice, and high-quality aggregate, trust McGee Construction. Built on trust, driven by quality. Elliott Office Products is a family-owned business that has been around since 1985. Grandpa Charlie started the business as a service technician, and it has evolved into a full-servicing printing company. From simple copies to full logo design, we offer it all under one roof. Located in Farmingdale, Maine, we are at the heart of many different communities. We love assisting new and existing customers with any of their printing needs. Stop by, call, email, or send us a message on Facebook. We would love to help.
Well, Xander Smith up being helped off the field. Hope everything works out for Xander there, as he went down what looked like a non-contact injury, and hope he's going to be okay. Tigers ball here as we are playing running time with about 10 minutes left. Tigers with some other attackers in. Zeke Ramsey, number 4, had his stick on the ball, but he couldn't control it. Jones with it here, looking to make the clear out.
Rams going to have to get moving.
Yeah, the urgency is important here for the Rams to get a little momentum here, as see if they can't pick up a couple of goals in the final part of this one. That was Pion. Pion's got a goal in the game. When Pion, outscored the first goal of the game. Connor Callahan with the third goal.
Flag down, coach. It's going to be on the Tigers because they're playing on.
Rams trying to drive through traffic. And the whistle comes on the possession.
Looks like we got a slash on JD.
Jason Deering.
Got to be careful with those sticks, fellas. You can imagine trying to tell 5th and 6th graders about being careful with their sticks once they get fired up. But
yeah, it can't be used as a weapon. We'll pick the flag up and we'll get set to play on. Rams on man advantage. Just a picture-perfect evening here in Tiger Town. 72 degrees. Beautiful evening. It stays bright out now for a long time as well.
yeah, we're able to get the dog out for a quick walk, even though we don't get to eat supper half the time till 8 o'clock, it seems like.
Yeah, you're wasting away to nothing there, Bull.
I know.
As long as you got time to get your down and backs in today, and maybe do a swarm drill.
That's right.
Rams being patient on this, as they should.
Good save by Glidden.
Glidden's got 3-4 saves since he's come into the game in replacement of Chase McGrain, the normal tender for the Tigers. Tigers on the run. And get knocked back off the ball.
Careful, Levi.
Levi Simmons tried to lay some lumber. Ball went to space. 7:09 left. Tigers will come out of the fray with it. Braden Elliott with it now.
Sure, the Tigers are going to want to slow down and really take their time on all their offensive possessions.
Gavin Dennett on him. Yeah, Tigers content to play back deep, as we said. Substitutions in the game here for the Tigers. I see Oliver Murphy in number 12. Try to pick these kids up, give them credit. As we said, no JV tonight, so Coach able to get some of the kids into the varsity tilt. Ramsey looking to go. Makes a nice move, shoots. Oh, that's a good save.
Good save.
Jones on it. Quick outlet. Wing couldn't control it. But it'll bounce ahead and be scooped up by Rossa. And he'll shoot and score. Logan Rosa with the goal. He was an addition to the roster. But he
makes a nice shot here. Glidden not able to make the save, and it makes it 16-4. That's the first goal for the Rams since
first half.
First half and maybe first quarter.
Yeah, the Rams came out a little bit flat after halftime, and the Tigers have just been chugging since halftime.
Yeah, it was a 7-3 game at the half. Tigers won the second half of the second quarter to extend to a 4-goal lead, and then they just came out storming here at the start of the second half, and they ballooned that up to double figures. It was 7 quick goals, made it 14-3, and now 16-4.
Another great win by Koopman at the face-off. Unfortunately, he kind of threw a little bit of a waffle pass there, went out of bounds.
Now, had Koopman played lacrosse in his formative years?
No, because I don't think that they have it in his country. Of course, I do believe he played soccer there.
That was a pretty goal by Logan Cody.
And I remember when I asked him, I was like, "Oh, so you didn't?" He had said that he wanted to try something different when he got to the United States. So hence he played football in the fall, and he's doing lacrosse this spring. So
Elliott with another assist there, and a fake by Logan, and then a finish by Logan. You saw it right there on the replay. Makes it 17-4. Also played basketball, did Koopman. So yeah, he just had a full experience academically as well as athletically. It was kind of funny how they found him in football. All of a sudden, it was like you see on like a storyline on a TV movie or something like that. All of a sudden, the ball was sailing around. They said, "Who the heck is that guy?" And they got him out kicking. And the first one he kicked went about 40 yards. So Coach Patrick Munsing offered him a full scholarship.
Yeah.
Just kidding about that, folks. Don't get nervous about that now. Somebody going to go home. Somebody from the Rams will say, Gardner's playing guys to. We're getting a little fisticuffs almost breaking out here. We got a scrum and a half. Looks like a subway battle. New York subway battle broke out. Well, at this point, as you say, and I'll quote our good friend William Shakespeare that I often quote on Munson Media, discretion needs to be the better part of valor here.
Trying to think I'm trying to see, did Petey get called for the, looks like Pete Doobie's walking
Doobie's
off.
going over, it looks like, yeah.
No, but he's got company, so it could be another one of those
match penalties.
Yeah.
Well, all this substitution going on, the clock continues to tick as we're in running time here. Probably, you almost to the point, Jeremy, that you just say, okay, let's get through this. And
yeah. Well, I think that's definitely the name of the game for the Cony coach. Is you want the guys to play hard and play with integrity. And I think with Gardiner, it's like you made your point on the scoreboard, and you want to just
sure.
Continue to play with class and finish the game out without any incident or injury, and that's going to be it.
Well, Tigers have pretty much replaced all their attackers with new personnel. It looks to me like, as I see the numbers that are up on the attack area, all the goal scorers. Looks like they're out. Chadwick's out. Elliott's out. Cody's out. Whelan. Those have been
Another
the prime
flag.
goal scorers. Rams looking to pick it up.
It's going to be a penalty on Gardiner.
So if you're the officials, this would be a good time to slow walk this call, right?
Yeah,
let some time tick off, and
and and obviously sometimes in I think lopsided games like this, I think the tendency might be to call things a little tighter, just to keep emotions.
Keep the lid on.
Yeah.
Proactive officiating. We hit the minute mark here. As we said, all the Tigers' attack has been rearranged with other players. You've seen some of the defenders are up. And there's a good play by the Tigers picking it up. Chase Canaris on senior night.
Oh.
Yeah, Chase wanted to wheel his way in. And
looks like
goaltender ended up in the net.
Yeah, one of the Tigers got, I don't know if he pushed or fell into the crease, and then he bowled into the goalie, so.
Yeah, Cameron Jones ended up in the cage himself.
That's going to about do it, Coach. You get.
And just let the clock tick down. Under 10 seconds, Tigers are going to come away with a 17-4 victory. We'll hear from our good friends at Capsa's Pizza, and we'll be back to name the Capsa Pizza play of the game. That'll do it on the rival game. The Gardiner Tigers win it, going away 17-4. We'll take a break. We'll be back for our Capsa Pizza play of the game and a wrap-up when we come back after this.
Don't feel like cooking dinner? Call Capsa's Pizza in Farmingdale. You can make the whole family happy with our award-winning pizza, sandwiches made on fresh baked bread, delicious nachos, or salads made to order. And don't forget the whoopie pies. We pride ourselves on fast, friendly service and an overall experience that's better than you might expect from a pizza place. So order Capsa's tonight. Pick it up, have it delivered, or enjoy our dining room. Give us a call at 582-0522 or enjoy the convenience of online ordering at capsaspizza.com.
Carver's Driving Academy is the perfect place to learn the rules of the road. Prepare to hit the road with confidence with their 3-week intensive course. Students will not only learn the basics of driving, but we offer individual, high-intensity instruction. We offer in-person and online classes, and our 3-week classes are perfect for student athletes. At Carver's Driving Academy, we are driven to excellence. Check us out on Facebook or email us at carversdriving@gmail.com. We've seen the post-game handshake line. That's always a good thing to see. But he's having good sportsmanship through there. That's really great to see. I was going to recap the scoring for you, but Chris needed a spelling. So, yeah, we'll go quickly through the Rams scoring. They had single goals from Logan Rosa, Zach Waddell, Nick Pion, and Connor Callahan. Tigers had a host of goal scorers, good balance scoring. Austin Crowley had a pair, Owen Chadwick with 3, Braden Elliott with 2, Logan Cody with 4, Eben Whalen with 6 goals for the Tigers, 17 goals. And we mentioned it all night, Jeremy. You were quick to point this out. This is a problem the Tigers were having early on, but they dominated on faceoffs, and that set them up offensively as well. And, you know, we want to recognize the exchange student that we talked about, Koopman Bakekabakov.
Yeah. No, Koopman did a great job at the face-offs, and it's one of those things. You win face-offs, and like it gets demoralizing. It keeps the defense having to chase you around. You get to set the pace of the game, and I think that Koopman's doing such a great job on the face-offs allowed the Tigers to really keep the pace where they wanted it, and they were able to maintain control, especially very lopsidedly in the second half.
And plus, we want to thank him for coming over here, being a very positive influence here in Tiger Town during his year here as an exchange student, playing multiple sports, getting involved in everything, and just a fantastic job by Koopman. Fine young man, and want to wish him the very best of luck as he returns to his home country, and thank him for coming over here as part of our exchange program. So, Koopman, you're going to get a Capsa Pizza. Hope you're not leaving yet. We'll get you that award here shortly, and get down there. Don't let any of those guys talk you into going down there with you. You know, if they give you a ride, make them stay out in the car while you go get your pizza, because they'll try to
get you a couple of pizzas away from that pizza that you get. So we want to thank Caps's. They've been with us all season long. As I said, we looked for a pizza place for years and years and years to be our post-game play of the game sponsor. And as soon as Caps's came on board, I went up there and I said, hey, this is what we do. And they said, yeah, we know all about Muncie Media. We've got a place up in Skowhegan. We've seen the Skowhegan games when you've done Gardiner games. So they said, we want to be part of it. We want to be part of the community. So get yourself up to Caps's. Beautiful night like this. Pick yourself up a salad. The meatball subs have had my name on them every time I've gone in there recently, and top-notch. And certainly want to thank them for being a great sponsor, and all our sponsors here. I want to thank Jeremy Bullock for stepping in here, do our analysis for our lacrosse on the boys' end. Bill Hasey's done a great job on our camera work throughout the course of the year, if this is indeed our last game. Couldn't do what we do with our Chris Wheeler, our production. I call him the Radar O'Reilly of Muncie Media because he's on top of just everything. Owen Munzing also along tonight, and wish Owen the very best as he heals up after a wrist injury. Owen will be helping me out with Class Day and graduation. So if we see you again, great. If we don't, we will see you in a couple of months here, as we'll be back for a full slate of Gardiner and Halldale games again next school season. And next school season will be 2025-2026. Oh my gosh, where has the time gone? So I want to thank you all for all the positive, fine comments that we get from you folks. And we have a lot of fun doing this. It keeps us old guys, Billy and I, young and hanging around the young kids, and we really love doing it. So we'll be back with you either for a playoff game or we'll be back with you next season. Until then, thanks for all your fine comments. We love you all. We'll see you here from Muncie Media. I'm Rob Munzing.